Hello students, this is SN ma'am, your biology mentor, welcomes you all at my classroom platform. I hope all of you are doing perfectly fit and fine. एंड बच्चा आज हम यहाँ पे डिस्कस करने वाले हैं आपके CUET एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन एंड रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ से रिलेटेड कुछ बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन इन द होप दैट ये क्वेश्चंस या इसी टाइप के क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू द सेम कॉन्सेप्ट आपको एग्जाम अपीयर करने में और आपको सक्सेसफुली रैंक स्कोर करने के अंदर हेल्प करने वाले. सो विदाउट much spending time, let us begin with the questions related to the chapter Human Reproduction and Reproductive Health, which are going to help you in your CUET exam. So good luck and practice all the questions with all related concepts and funda behind that. Here go our first question, and our first question is, the transfer of sperm into the female genital tract is called as. See, bacha, just to attend the question, you have to keep few things in mind. First of all, you have to read all the options given in your test paper. Secondly, you have to understand the question by whatever it is written. No need to create your own assumptions related to the question. मैंने ऐसे समझा, ऐसे पूछ रहा होगा. No. You don't need to use your extra brains. Just stick to the words, whatever it is given, and try to find out your answer. Now, here our first question is, transfer of sperms into the female genital tract is called as. It is simply the definition. But of which term? Your option A is insemination, option B gametogenesis, option C fertilization, or option B gestation. And the correct answer of the question is option number A, that is insemination, which is the process of transferring sperm into the female genital tract. Moving to the next question, the correct chronological order of the following events is. Here are certain events mentioned. We have to find out the correct sequence of that. First option, gametogenesis, fertilization, insemination, then gestation, implantation, and parturition. First of all, let me clear all these terms. First term, gametogenesis. It says process of formation of gametes. Term 2, fertilization. It means fusion of gametes, male gamete and female gamete का fusion होना is called as fertilization. Third term, insemination. अभी हमने पढ़ा transfer of sperm into the female genital tract is called as insemination. Fourth term, gestation. This is a term which defines the complete pregnancy time period. The time period when formation of embryo, formation of completely fetus, all the changes are taking place. That is called as gestation period. Just before the birth वाला जो time period है, till just before the birth. After fertilization till birth, the complete time duration of the complete time period is called as gestation period. Next term is implantation. This is embedding of the blastocyst into the uterus is called as implantation. Last term, that means parturition. That means delivery or the childbirth is called as parturition. I have just told the meaning of the terms. We have to arrange them in a sequential manner. B option, gametogenesis, insemination, fertilization, implantation, parturition, gestation. C option, gametogenesis, insemination, fertilization, implantation, gestation, and parturition. So what is the exact chronological order or the chronological sequence? First of all, what happens? Formation of gamete occur. तो gametogenesis will come at the first place. वो तीनों के अंदर दे रखा है. तो इसके लेवल पे तो हम अभी तक कुछ जज कर ही नहीं सकते. सेकेंड टर्म पे आते हैं. फर्टिलाइजेशन, इंसेमिनेशन. पहले स्पर्म ट्रांसफर होंगे फीमेल जेनाइटल ट्रैक्ट में, तब जाकर एग और स्पर्म के फ्यूजन से फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा. तो ये तो स्टेप कैरी आउट नहीं होगा, यानी हमारा ऑप्शन नंबर ए क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में नहीं है. ऑप्शन नंबर बी और सी स्टिल they are in the competition. ट्रांसफर हो गया स्पर्म्स का, आफ्टर दैट क्या होगा, एग और स्पर्म का फ्यूजन, दैट मीन्स फर्टिलाइजेशन. तो फर्टिलाइजेशन इज प्रेजेंट इन बोथ द ऑप्शंस. अभी तक की कहानी में दोनों बराबर बराबर चल रहे हैं. लेट्स सी फर्दर व्हाट हैपेंस. नेक्स्ट इज इम्प्लांटेशन. फर्टिलाइजेशन से जाइगोट बना, क्लीवेज कैरी आउट हुए, मोरुला ब्लास्टुला स्टेजेस आई, ब्लास्टोसिस फॉर्मेशन प्रॉपरली हुआ और लेटर ऑन इम्प्लांटेशन का प्रोसेस कैरी आउट हो गया. आफ्टर इम्प्लांटेशन क्या, कंप्लीट प्रेगनेंसी का टाइम पीरियड चलेगा, यानी कि कंप्लीट जेस्टेशन टाइम पीरियड चलेगा. एंड एट द एंड देयर विल बी द प्रोसेस ऑफ डिलीवरी और द चाइल्ड बर्थ विच इज नोन एज पार्चुरेशन. तो अब यहां पे दोनों में गड़बड़ी हो गई. पहले आएगा जेस्टेशन, फिर आएगा पार्चुरेशन. पहले जेस्टेशन, फिर आएगा parturition. So in question number 2, what will be the correct answer? It will be option number C. Moving to the next question. The testes are situated dash the abdominal cavity within a pouch which is called dash. So testes are located outside the abdominal cavity in a pouch which is known as scrotum. Just by reading the question, we came to our answer, but we have to find out the correct combination in one of the given options as well. Let us have a look. Testes are situated inside, outside, outside, inside. So inside options are correct, incorrect. Outside within scrotum, outside within vast difference. Where the testes are present, they are present outside the abdominal cavity in a pouch. That pouch is called as scrotum. So our correct answer will be option number B. Moving to the next question. The scrotum helps in maintaining a temperature dash lower than the internal body temperature. Now here comes an important concept and important funda. Why testes are located outside the abdominal cavity within the scrotum sac? Because temperature is lower. How much degree Celsius temperature is lower there? It is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius temperature is lower within the scrotum which is present outside the abdominal cavity, and this temperature favors the sperm formation. So the correct answer of option number 4 will be B, that is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius. Lower temperature is found within the scrotum which helps in formation of sperms. Next. Each testicular lobule contain dash seminiferous tubules. Only 3, only 1, 1 to 3, more than 3. Now what is testicular lobule? Each testis which is present in the scrotum sac is divided into around 250 testicular lobules. So one testis is divided into 250 small chambers, and in each small chamber there are 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. So what I am saying here, this is a testis. It is divided into such small lobules which are called as testicular lobules. These are around 250 in number, and within one testicular lobule there are 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, or maybe there are 2, maybe there is 1. But maximum their number can range from 1 to 3, and these are what? These are seminiferous tubules. Within that formation of sperm will take place. So the correct answer of question number 5 will be option number C, that is 1, 2, 3. Minimum 1 and maximum 3 seminiferous tubule can be present in each testicular lobule. Seminiferous tubules contain dash cells for providing nutrition to the sperm cell. Now, whatever we have seen here, these seminiferous tubules contain some type of cells, and out of these cells, few cells are there for providing nutrition, for providing nourishment to the sperms, and these cells are. So for that, let us have a look of seminiferous tubules. Within seminiferous tubules, there are cuboidal shaped cells, these cuboidal cells are responsible for gamete formation, that means for the production or formation of sperms. But at some places, some elongated cells are found which are responsible for providing nutrition. These cells are called as Sertoli cells, while these cells are germ cells. So accordingly, our answer of question number 6 will be option number C, that is Sertoli cells. These cells are responsible for providing nutrition to the sperms. The enlarged end of penis is known as, the tip or the uppermost portion of penis is called as glans, foreskin, urethra or prostate. And the correct answer is the glans, or we can call it as glans penis. The ovaries are located. Here we have been asked what is the position of ovary. One on each side of the upper abdomen, two on each side of the lower abdomen, two on each side of upper abdomen and one of each side of lower abdomen. So first of all, we have to decide, this is our abdominal cavity. Our body is divided into two parts. The upper portion is thoracic cavity and the lower portion is abdominal cavity. Now this abdominal cavity is further divided into two parts. Upper abdominal cavity where our stomach and liver are located, and lower abdominal cavity where alimentary canal, small intestine, large intestine, urinary bladder and genital parts are located. So this is clear that ovaries will be present in the lower abdominal portion. Now how many ovaries are found? Ovaries are 2, which are present laterally on each side. So what will be the correct answer? The correct answer will be 1 on each side of the abdominal cavity. Next, ovarian stroma is enclosed by. Stroma is the innermost or the central portion of the ovary and it is lined by a covering of epithelium. So the correct answer of 9 will be B. Which one of the following is not a male sex accessory glands? Seminal vesicle, epididymis, prostate or bulbourethral? If you will study the question once again, it's been asked accessory sex gland, but here written a term that is not, which is not a male sex secondary gland. Seminal vesicles, which are present in a pair, or we can say which are 2 in number. Then prostate gland, which is 1 in number, and bulbourethral gland, which are 2 in number. All these 3 are accessory sex glands which are found in males. But epididymis is not the accessory glands. It is a tuft of tubules where sperms get stored for some time after their formation, and from here they are released with the help of vasa deferens. So the correct answer will be option number B. Isthmus is a part of oviduct. Question हमें सब कुछ explain करके दे रहा है. Isthmus, which is a part of oviduct, is a narrow lumen. एक छोटा सा narrow सा lumen जैसा portion है, यानी empty space है. And joints, वो किसको connect कर रहा है, ये हमसे पूछा है. Uterus, ampulla, infundibulum, both A and B. So for that, you need to know the structure of oviduct basically. This tubular portion is representation of oviduct. Its initial portion is known as infundibulum. Then the middle portion is called as ampulla and the last portion is called as isthmus. On both the side, we find the same structure. There are a pair of ovaries present in lower abdomen on each side. So, infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus, all three are part of oviduct. Question is asking, isthmus joins which two structure? Isthmus is a narrow portion in between ampulla and the uterus. This is uterus, to which we can call the womb itself, So it connects ampulla and uterus, and so the correct answer of option number 11 will be option number D, that is it connects uterus and ampulla. Next, finger-like projections of infundibulum are known as. Let us have a look to the previous diagram. This is the infundibulum and these are the finger-like projections. These are the finger-like projections. These projections are called as cilia, flagella, fimbriae or none. The answer is very easy. These finger-like projections which are coming out from the infundibulum, their function is to capture the ova and transfer it into the oviduct, is called as or is known as fimbriae. Next, the uterus open into vagina through ampulla, isthmus, cervix or labia minora. This is very easy question. Ampulla and isthmus are the part of oviduct which is present laterally upper side. Cervix is the area which connects uterus to the vagina. And one more important thing, cervix and vagina are combinedly called as birth canal. Why they are called as birth canal? Because child naturally comes out from this passage. That is why the combination of cervix and vagina is called as birth canal. Labia minora is the part of external genitals. So, the correct answer of 13 will be cervix. Which layer of uterus undergoes cyclic changes during menstruation cycle? During menstrual cycle, the innermost layer develops and it sheds. Which is this layer? This is the endometrium of the uterus. Mesoderm, myometrium, endothelium and endometrium. In case of uterus, we say the three layers are: the innermost layer is endometrium, the middle layer is myometrium or it is also called as mesometrium, and the outermost layer is called as perimetrium. Next, the layer of uterine tissue responsible for the strong contraction during the childbirth is perimetrium. This is the outermost covering. Then mesometrium, mesoderm or myocardium. Here you might get confused because we have these three terms very similar, but there is certain difference. Mesoderm, derm is a part of skin, while myocardium, cardium term lag gaya, that means here we are talking about the wall of heart. Heart से related cardium term use हो रहा है. Periphery में, यानी ये outermost boundary बनाएगा. Mesometrium or we can call it myometrium. So, the correct answer of question number 15 will be option number B. Next, the only statement correct about the hymen is. What is hymen? And related to that, the correct statement given here can be, it is an opening of cervix, it is reliable indicator of virginity, it is always torn after the first coitus or we can say the first intercourse. It can be broken down by a sudden fall or jolt, insertion of vaginal tampons or cycling, etc. See, bacha, there was a myth regarding the hymen that it is a reliable indication of virginity. But now it's been proven that hymen can be broken by any heavy workout, exercising, cycling, sudden fall or jerk, or by using any kind of vaginal insertional device, supposedly tampons and etc. So, the correct answer of question number 16 will be option number D. Cluster of cells in mammary lobes is known as mammary duct, alveoli, ampulla and lactiferous duct. Within mammary lobes, the cluster of cells are found in the form of alveoli. Spermatogonium undergoes reductional division, meiotic division, mitotic division or none of these. Meiotic division itself called as reductional division. If we have to choose smartly, we can directly opt the option number C, that is mitotic division, because both of these are the same thing. What is happening here? The spermatogoniums initially increase their number by simple mitotic division. Later on, they enter into the meiotic or reductional division for the sperm production. So, the correct answer will be option number C. The difference between primary and secondary spermatocytes lies in the primary spermatocytes undergo meiosis 1 while the secondary spermatocyte undergo meiosis 2. So, there is change in number of chromosomes basically. What will be the correct answer? It will be option number B. Spermiogenesis is, what do we mean by the term spermiogenesis? Transformation of sperms into the spermatids, transformation of spermatogonia into the primary spermatocyte, transformation of secondary spermatocyte into the spermatids, transformation of spermatids into the spermatozoa. We have to find out just definition, and spermiogenesis is simply saying that it is the formation of spermatid into the spermatozoa where the spermatozoa gains the ability to move. This is the final step of the sperm production. Next question. Luteinizing hormone, in short, which is called as LH, act on dash cells and stimulate synthesis and secretion of dash. So, we have to find out LH works on which cell and what kind of component it secretes. LH work on interstitial cells which are present outside the seminiferous tubules within the testicular lobule, and these cells are producing now by the effect of LH androgens. These androgens are going from interstitial space to the seminiferous tubules. There they are inducing germ cell for production of sperms. So, the correct answer of 21 will be option number B. Next, for a normal male fertility, which of the following statement is correct? The statements are 60% sperm must have normal motility and 40% must have normal shape. शेप और मोटिलिटी के बेसिस पे क्या क्राइटेरिया परफेक्टली फिट होता है, दैट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट. 60% sperms must have normal shape and 40% have acrosomes. 60% sperms must have normal shape and 40% have vigorous motility, and the last option is none of these. For the fertility of a male, or for normal fertility of a male, 60% of sperms should be of proper shape and size, and out of which 40% should have the vigorous motility so that they can move from vaginal or cervix tract to the oviduct region in the ampulla portion where egg is already present so that fertilization can take place. So, the correct answer will be option number C, that 60% of sperm must have the normal shape and 40% must have vigorous motility. The primary oocyte are found in which stage of cell division? Primary oocyte are formed within the embryonic condition, but their cell division is halted at prophase 1 of meiotic division. This you have to keep in mind, that in case of male, the process of sperm production starts on adolescence. But in case of female, certain division has already started in the embryonic condition. It is halted at some stage. It will re-begin on onset of puberty. At the time of release of egg from the ovary, it is present in secondary oocyte phase. There also some phase of division is halted in between, about which we are going to talk later with some another question. The Graafian follicle releases. Graafian follicle release करती है किसी एक स्टेज को ओवरी से बाहर की तरफ. That is secondary oocyte, primary oocyte, ovum and both A and B. See, secondary oocyte and primary oocyte दोनों simultaneously release नहीं हो सकती हैं. Primary oocyte तो embryonic condition में बन चुकी है. डेवलपमेंट होगा और थोड़ा डिवीजन आगे बढ़ेगा. सेकेंडरी oocyte की फॉर्म के अंदर ग्राफियन फॉलिकल रिलीज करती है. The first menstruation, which begins at puberty, is called as menstrual cycle, menarche, oogenesis or ovulation. The start of menstrual cycle is called as menarche, while the stoppage of menstrual cycle around at the age of 45 or 50 in females is called as menopause. So menarche is the starting and menopause is the stoppage of menstrual cycle. You have to keep both the terms in mind. LH surge causes rupture of Graafian follicle, release of ovum, or endometrial lining shedding. Last option is both A and B. So what is the effect of LH surge? First of all, what is LH surge? When we see the graphical representation of menstrual cycle, different type of hormones are present in different peaks. When mid of the cycle reaches, release of luteinizing hormone attains its peak and then it comes down. Attaining the peak of LH is called as LH surge, and this is responsible for rupturing of Graafian follicle, and due to that ovum is released in the form of secondary oocyte. So both are the effect of LH surge. Next, all copulations do not lead to pregnancy. The most appropriate reason to support this statement is, what will lead to pregnancy? If you know this, then you can get the answer. First option, the ovum and sperm should be transported randomly in the ampulla isthmic junction. You have to focus here on this word. Option number 2, the ovum and sperm should be simultaneously transported to the ampulla isthmic junction. Now here it is saying continuously transported in the option number C. They should be simultaneously transported. Randomly आए, कंटिन्यू दोनों टाइप के गैमीट्स मिलते रहे, या साइमल्टेनियसली एग और स्पर्म का एम्पुला इस्मिक जंक्शन पे पहुंचना हो, which will lead to the chances of pregnancy. All copulation do not lead to pregnancy, and the most appropriate reason for that is ovum and sperm should be simultaneously transported to the ampulla isthmic junction. If this will happen, only then pregnancy will be maintained, because the chances of getting pregnant or chances of conceiving will be more if both type of gametes are reaching together. But in each copulation or mating or the coitus activity, it is not mandatory that both types of gametes are coming together. And that is why all copulations do not lead to the pregnancy. Which layer of blastocyst gets attached to the endometrium during the implantation? See, bacha, there are two layers which are getting or coming in close contact. One layer is of placenta and another layer is of blastocyst, which are coming in close contact. Now in the question, we have been asked about the layer of blastocyst. That means the outer covering layer, and that covering layer is trophoblast, blastomeres, inner cell wall or morula. The outer covering which is responsible for providing nutrition is the trophoblast layer, which will come in the contact with the uterus or the innermost lining of uterus, that is endometrium, and will get embedded. So the outermost covering of blastocyst is trophoblast. After implantation, after the process of implantation, the finger-like projections which appear on the trophoblast. Now we are talking about the maternal tissues. एंडोमेट्रियम जो था वहां से कुछ फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस निकलेंगे और एम्ड करेंगे या ज्वाइन करेंगे, फ्यूज करेंगे ट्रोफोब्लास्ट लेयर के साथ. दे आर नोन एज इंटेस्टिनल विलाई, एम्पुलरी विलाई, कोरियोनिक विलाई और एमनियोटिक विलाई. तो इसका आंसर देगा आउटर मोस्ट एम्ब्रियोनिक लेयर, एंड द करेक्ट आंसर इज कोरियोनिक विलाई. फ्रॉम कोरियन the finger like projections are releasing, which are capturing the trophoblastic layer or the outermost layer of blastocyst, and later it will slowly get embedded completely. So all the layers will cover the growing embryo. The placenta is connected to embryo through dash cord. Placenta or embryo एक cord के through connected हैं. We have to tell the name of that cord. एक हिंट देती हूँ, आफ्टर द बर्थ उसको कट करते हैं ताकि मैटरनल टिश्यू से यंग वन जो बेबी है वो सेपरेट हो सके. and that cord is called as chorionic cord, umbilical cord, amniocentric cord or uterine cord. That cord is known as umbilical cord. Correct answer of question number 30 will be option number B. Next, relaxin is secreted by. What is relaxin? Relaxin is relaxing is a hormone. This is secreted by ovary, uterus, cervix or oviduct. It is secreted by ovaries. Keep this thing in mind. It is not secreted by uterine tract or cervix. Oviduct से कोई hormone release नहीं होते हैं. Next, the second trimester of human pregnancy is characterized by. Second trimester means we are talking about the 6-month pregnancy. First trimester, initial 3 months. Second trimester, next 3 months. That means overall we are talking about the 6-month duration. Appearance of heart and aorta. Heart appear in the first month. So it can be included in the first trimester, not in the second. Appearance of external genital organs. Appearance of fine hairs, eyelashes on the eyelids and appearance of limbs and digits. The second trimester is characterized by the appearance of fine hair on the body, eyelashes on the eyelids. So the correct answer will be option number C. The milk produced during the initial day of lactation is called after the process of childbirth or after the process of parturition. Mother feeds young one by the mammary glands and the milk produced in the initial time period or initially or for the very first time during the process of lactation, the milk ejecting is called as colostrum. This is rich in nutrient and along with that it contains high amount of antibodies as well, which gives immunity. Now one question might strike in mind, which antibody or which immunoglobulin it is secreting. IgA is the immunoglobulin which is found in colostrum and it gives immunity to the young one. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Listen the word carefully or observe it or read it carefully. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection is a specialized procedure in which the sperm is directly injected into the ovary, fallopian tube, ovum or uterus. When we are talking about intracytoplasmic, that means within the cytoplasm we are entering something. What we are entering? Sperms. अगर किसी सेल के साइटोप्लाज्म में एंटर करना है तो ऑब्वियसली वो सेल कौन सी होगी? दैट सेल इज गोइंग टू बी ओवम. यानी यहाँ पे डायरेक्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन के प्रोसेस को इंड्यूस करवाया जा रहा है. द प्रोसेस ऑफ डिलीवरी ऑफ फीटस इज कॉल्ड, वी हैव ऑलरेडी टॉक अबाउट द टर्मिनोलॉजी. द प्रोसेस ऑफ डिलीवरी ऑफ अ फीटस इज कॉल्ड parturition, gestation, ejaculation or capacitation. This process is known as parturition. But what is the meaning of rest of the terms? Rest of the terms, gestation. This is the complete pregnancy time period. Ejaculation, transfer of sperm from outside from the body of male. Capacitation, gaining the power by the sperm to move into the uterine tract of female is called as capacitation. Next, the program of family planning was initiated in the year. One thing I would like to mention here that India was the first country who started family planning program in the year 1951. So the correct answer will be 1951. The reproductive program RCH stands for. It is a good question where full form is being asked: reproductive and community health care, restorative and communal health care, reproductive and child health care, reproductive and congenital health care. This RCH stands for reproductive and child health care. In this program, what is done basically? Pregnant females have been taken care. They have been told how to take care of their good health, how to take care of child's good health, what type of diet they should consume or they should contain, at what time they should get vaccination. Each and every information regarding the process of delivery, regarding the process of pregnancy and post care is taught by the RCH organization. Next, in context of reproductive health, STD stands for Regarding the reproductive health, what is the meaning of STD? It says simply sexually transmitted diseases. Not terminal, not transformed, not transducted. It is sexually transmitted diseases. Statutory ban has been laid on dash to check female foeticide. एक टेक्निक है जिसके थ्रू अगर पता चल जाए कि वोम में जो चाइल्ड ग्रो कर रहा है उसका सेक्स मेल है या फीमेल है, पता चलने के बाद अगर फीमेल चाइल्ड है तो उसको वहीं पे ही डेथ इंड्यूस कर दी जाती है, उसको मार दिया जाता है, उसको अबॉर्ट कर दिया जाता है। इस पर्पस से इस टेक्निक का यूज ना हो इसलिए उसको गवर्नमेंट ने बैन कर रखा है। एंड दैट टेक्निक इज कोरियोसेंटेसिस, एमनियोसेंटेसिस, यूटेरोसेंटेसिस और एम्ब्रियोसेंटेसिस। That technique is amniocentesis. What happens in this technique? Amniotic fluid is extracted out to check any kind of genetic abnormality. But some people use it in negative sense. They check out the sex of the growing child or the growing fetus or embryo. Growing fetus basically. So, this practice has promoted the abortion of female embryo, female fetus before the birth. Just to avoid such kind of cruelty, government has banned that sex detection by the amniocentesis is completely prohibited. CDRI Lucknow, Central Drug Research Institute, which is located in the Lucknow, it has developed which new female contraceptive? It has developed a pill, a medicine, which is acting as a contraceptive taken by the females. And the name of that drug is Sakhi, Saheli, Saloni or Smiti. That is Saheli. Option number B. Next, a wise way to encourage small family is by raising the marriageable age of female to dash years and that of male to dash years respectively. Simply, marriageable age जो इंडिया में है वो क्या है ये हमसे पूछा है। तो females के अंदर this age is 18 years and in case of male it is 21 years. So the correct answer will be option number C. Next, the natural method of contraception, periodic abstinence is. What do we mean by the term periodic abstinence? We says that in the mid of menstruation cycle, that is around 14th day ovulation occur. Secondary oocyte is coming out of the ovaries within the ampulla isthmic junction or within the ampulla region of the oviduct. If 4 days prior and 4 days after of this ovulation phase, coitus or intercourse is avoided, then there are least chances of getting pregnant or least chances of getting conception. So, the correct option will be abstaining from coitus from 1st to 5th day of the menstrual cycle. 1st to 5 days are of M phase, that is the bleeding phase. At this time period, egg is no more present within the uterine chamber. Abstinence of coitus from day 17 to 22. On 14th day around, the ovulation has occurred. So, 17 to 22 is not the safe period. Abstaining from coitus from day 10th to 17th of the menstrual cycle. This is the mid period, covering the risk of prior and after ovulation phase. So, it can be one of the abstaining from coitus from day 5 to 10 of the menstrual cycle. This phase is follicular phase. Follicle is getting developed. It is present within the ovary. The oocyte has not entered into the oviduct or uterus. So, there is no chance of getting pregnant or conceiving. So, the correct answer will be avoiding coitus from day 17 to, from day 10 to 17, which is somewhere near about ovulatory phase. So, the correct answer will be option number C. Next, after parturition, that means childbirth, right? Delivery. With which natural contraceptive way can be utilized? Natural contraceptive way. After parturition, which natural contraceptive way can be utilized? Options are lactational menorrhea, lactational amenorrhea, lactational deficiency, or lactational prevention. Just after parturition, for few days, our menstrual cycles get abnormal or it is delayed. So the correct answer is lactational amenorrhea. Dash is a proper brand of condom, popular brand of condom for males. Nishodh, Nirodh, Nidosh or Nirdosh. The popular brand of condoms for male, of which brand the government distribute freely into the society, that is Nirodh. The option number B. Which of the following is not applicable to females for contraception? Diaphragms, vasectomy, tubectomy or cervical caps. Diaphragms are used by the females. Vasectomy is cutting of vas deferens, and vas deferens is found in case of male, not in case of female. Tubectomy is cutting and ligating the oviduct, which is again a method of contraception in female, and using of cervical caps. So these three are methods which are applicable for females for contraception, but vasectomy is not used by females, it is used by males. Next, progestat is a oral contraceptive, natural contraceptive, hormonal IUD or implant contraceptive. Progestat is an hormonal IUD. LNG-20 is a fuel modified crop, hormonal IUD or copper releasing IUD. LNG-20 is again an example of hormonal IUD. Emergency contraceptive should be under which of the following conditions? Emergency contraceptives किस condition में consume किए जाते हैं? Casual unprotected intercourse, in conjugation with the pills, in case of rape, or both A and C, that is casual unprotected intercourse and in case of rape. When a person is already taking the pills for contraceptive purpose, then it no need to consume the emergency contraceptive pills. There is no need of taking extra medications. But in case of casual unprotected intercourse or in case of rape, the emergency contraceptives can be taken. So the correct answer will be option number D. Sterilization procedure in males is known as sterilization in case of male. That means we have to cut that tube which is transferring sperms to the outside from the testis. So from testis via epididymis, vasa deferens is coming to the abdominal cavity via inguinal canal and carrying the sperm. So in case of male sterilization, the vas deferences are cut and ligated so that sperm cannot release outside. And when vasa deferences are cut and ligated, that procedure is called as vasectomy. Tubectomy is done in case of female where oviduct is cut and ligated. Testectomy, there is no such terms. Spermectomy, there is no such term. So the correct answer will be option number B. These are the questions related to the chapter Human Reproduction and Reproductive Health. Hope it will gonna help you in your CUET examination. All the very best and good luck to you all.